guys, so I just finished filming a video, right? And I was putting stuff away in my study room when I found my old, there's something in here. I found my old art class portfolio. I used to use this back in college during art class, and I would put all my artwork and stuff in here. It's a sharpener. But yeah, so I was putting stuff away and I found some of my old art class stuff, and I thought I show them to whoever's interested. Now, okay, here's the thing. Before I get started, some of these videos are a diary for myself where I can go back and look at things that I did some time ago, because I can't store everything forever. Some things I have to get rid of. But when I make videos like this, I can always come back later and download them onto a DVD, and I don't know, when I'm really old and I just want to see what I've done throughout life, especially my vlogs. So that's one of the reasons why I do these things. So I will do some things like this, even if nobody is really interested in watching them, because I'm interested in watching them. So I will make them. If you're not interested in this video, that's perfectly fine. I will see you in my next video. But if you're curious to see what I did in my art class, or you know, maybe you're in art class and you just, I don't know, need some inspiration on what to do for your next homework project, keep watching. So I already, like I mentioned earlier, I already took everything out of this portfolio and I have them right here on my lap. I'm going to start with the smaller stuff, okay? So we had this homework where we were asked to do, to use black cardboard or like cardstock to create some organic shapes. And I think, oh no, this needed to be organic and geometric, and we had to cut out the black out of paper and then glue it to this white cardboard paper. And the homework was very specific, so this is what I did. It had to be something that you came up with, like it can't be something you've seen somewhere, you know. So I came up with this, and the shapes had to interact somehow. They couldn't just be a bunch of random shapes on a paper. So this is like black cardboard, and I had to cut them. I remember, this is not focusing. I remember when I did this and I had to cut out that spiral part, it was so difficult for me. So yeah, these are all different shapes, by the way. These two are separate and they're sort of interacting here. That's another interaction between those three shapes, and that's an interaction right there and right there. And by the way, when you do this, if it looks too rough, my instructor would like tell us to redo another one. So I think this was the first one I made. It looks pretty rough, like the cutouts, like that edge, not the smoothest. And then this is the redo. So you have to do the exact same thing, but the redo had to be like better. I'm just gonna set this down here. Oh my god. Oh, here's another one where I had to do all geometric shapes and they had to interact. Where's the front? Okay, this is the top. So the interaction between these two. So it looks like this is under these two guys, and there's some interaction there and there. This was a very fun class for me. I really enjoyed it. And the next one is another purely organic. We're asked to do something purely organic, right? No geometric shapes. It had to be shapes that are that we either think of ourselves, or but not geometric, just avoid all geometric shapes. And this is what I did. This is not painted. This is like paper. We had to cut out this black paper and glue into this white paper, and it had to be pieces, like many different pieces, and it had to interact. So that's some interaction there. That's the joints there. That's another interaction. These two pieces and these two as well are interacting right there. And it kind of looks like a flower, but it also looks like something's dripping, and this is like the splash. At least that was the idea that I was going for. I don't know if it comes across that way, but this is supposed to be like a splash. That's another splash, and like this is supposed to look like a flower, but at the same time it's supposed to look like something's dripping and it's creating this splash. And of course I was asked to redo it, so this is the second one that I had to redo. And for this next one, so my instructor told us to think of 4 objects that are completely unrelated and then make them relate to each other and interact somehow, and also show perspective, right? So that's what I did here. I came up with a truck, an umbrella, this mountain goat, and a ladder. And the truck is like way up here, just because I wanted it to look like the truck was far away, and the mountain goat is like looking at the truck, and the umbrella was just blowing in the wind, and the ladder is here because there were some people working here from earlier and they left their ladder and umbrella behind. And the mountain goat is just, you know, a random mountain goat just looking at the truck. I don't know. And the truck is supposed to be driving that way. So after doing that, we had to show everything in a row like so. Oh, by the way, these are also cutouts. This ladder, I cut it out of a piece of paper. This mountain goat, I had to cut it out of paper. The umbrella, the truck, everything is cut out, right? The only thing that I used the pen for is this line on the border. Everything else was cut out. Let's see if this thing can focus. It's refusing to focus. But when I was cutting out this mountain goat, oh my God, the hairs and the beard and the horn, I had to cut out everything with this X-Acto knife. And this was my first time ever having to do this kind of a project, so it was really difficult for me, especially the horns and those tiny little hairs, and I wanted it to look as original as possible. Like, that wasn't bad enough. At least here the mountain goat is big, right? When I had to redo this on this one, well, the mountain goat was super tiny and I still had to cut out everything. And the worst part is I had to show, you know, the hairs, the leg of the mountain goat and everything. Another thing that gave me a lot of problems was the ladder. If you can see, you can kind of see, it kind of looks rough. But at this point, I had it. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do what I can. So, but after I submitted this, my instructor told me that my objects were too squished in the middle, and I had to spread them out. So I did this and I redid everything, but this time I spread out the objects. I really love mountain goats. I don't know if it's the horns or what it is. It just looks so elegant. And by the way, when you do this stuff, we're asked to explain what it is that we did. So I wrote it down here. I don't want to show. Okay, so I wrote my explanation of what I did here. But yeah, my cute mountain goat, it's so cute. Oh, and I have this one. As for this one, we're only supposed to use geometric shapes and have them interact with each other however we want, but it had to be aesthetically pleasing, and we could only use geometric shapes. Geometric shapes are like squares, circles, rectangles. Those are geometric shapes. Triangles. So that's what I did here. It kind of looks like a spaceship or some sci-fi stuff, but yeah, I just put a bunch of shapes together and had them interact in certain places. Like here, these are all cutouts as well out of cardboard. You can see like here how rough that is, and the circle, the triangle, everything. And for this next one, my instructor told us that she wanted us to show perspective. Take one object and show perspective, basically. So I picked an umbrella. And okay, so when I did this in my mind, okay, so in my mind, right, the umbrellas are like laying down on the ground, and there's a long line of them in a zigzag fashion. So I cut these out such that they were really small and far away, and then they get bigger and bigger and bigger as you get closer and closer. That way, you know, you can see, it shows perspective because you can see that those are further away and these are closer. The trick here though is that it has to be one cutout. It can't be multiple different umbrellas that you can place and have them lay however you want. It has to be one cutout. So I had to cut all of this as one piece and then glue it onto this white paper. So these are all, you know, this is all one piece that I had to cut out. That part obviously was the hardest for me. It was really difficult for me to cut out that part, but yeah. I have more. Yes. Should I do this in 2 parts? I have so many artwork here. I don't know if anybody wants to sit through all this, but oh well.